All right, guys, we're gonna head out and pick up another junk boat. Love junk boats. Can't get enough junk boats. It's gonna be a big one like that one. So it's got a 260 motor in it, which is a 5.7 liter GM motor. But right now we need to put the cancer-causing stuff in the truck because government says that's what we have to do. So that's what we have to do. Put that stuff in there. I need to go exchange a tool at Harbor Freight. More junk tools. And then I need to pull a spare off of that and a spare off of that trailer. That's a 6 and that's a 5 lug. The guy doesn't know what size it is and the pictures are hard to tell, so I'll just bring both and we're gonna do this job alone. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. Get the boat, drive it away. Gotta love these fuel prices. All right, I just got here. This is all the stuff that I need to move to get the boat out of here. But I did find the outdrive, so that's good. So start moving all this stuff. Before I agree to 100% take this boat, I want to make sure this motor's good here. So got the socket here. Make sure this thing turns over. I forgot the button on this is messed up. Makes a complete rotation without any grabbing, so I'm gonna take it then. This is definitely a must-have, and so is that air compressor. But when I store this jack on my truck, I store it without the handle, and as you can see, the little bolt vibrated out and disappeared. So make sure that's super tight, or at least pretty snug, where it won't come out, or you'll lose it. Got the boat out here. I'm gonna pull into the road and check all the tires. I'm probably not gonna take the freeway home because I don't think I can trust the tires to go freeway, but they're decent. They're holding air at least. Got the compressor running, adding air to this tire, and I found that it's missing some lug bolts. So those are something I'm gonna have to start keeping on the truck. And I have some at home, but it doesn't do me any good when I'm out in the field. The other one's missing, I think the same amount on the other back wheel. You see all the cracks in here? I hope this tire lasts. See, there's no real good place to mount these lights on this boat trailer because they could fall off. So I've put them up top here, and I've used these little rubber twist tie things from Harbor Freight. Here's the ugly boat. It's not as big as I thought it was in the pictures. It's not the same size as this. This one's bigger. But this one's got a 460 motor. Same that was in that, but this is newer. This is an 89. That's the year right there, 89. That one's a 73. Let's see if it actually says 73 on the back of this thing. I don't remember. 78, but I'm pretty sure this is a 73. I could be wrong though. Maybe it is a 78. See, it says right there. And this one's a 96, which I know for sure. It says right there, 96. The year is usually in the VIN of these boats. But this has a 96, or I'm sorry, this has a 260 motor, and it's got a Alpha 1 outdrive, which is a good outdrive. That one has a pre-alpha, so it's got a hook on the top of it. This is an actual Alpha 1. So these are good outdrives to have and sell. These ones are older, they're kind of crappy, but the boat is junk. I'm not gonna fix it, it's just gonna meet the excavator, and I'll sell the trailer. The trailer's almost identical to this one. It's got the roller bunks on it, so it's a good trailer. This one has 6 lug axles, so it's heavier duty. That one's only got 5. All right, so earlier in the day, I was planning on removing some boat motors from these boats and demoing them and whatnot, but my buddy Alex down the road was like, hey, can you go get these 2 cars? There's a car and a shell. I was like, can't you do it? I don't really like going to get cars because to me they're really not worth anything unless I can part it out or resell it. And this, I don't even know what it is, some sort of Mitsubishi, has a bad transmission and then the shell of something. So I can't do anything with the shell. The scrap metal prices were so low, it's nothing to me. But I'm gonna pick up these vehicles in Ione, which is an hour and let's say 30 minutes from my property, and then hopefully I could sell them or just cut the cats and sell them or something. I don't really know what's worth on these things, but I'm just doing it to help out him and the customer guy. So I'm gonna go pick up these vehicles and hopefully I can do something with them. So out here in California, you used to be able to take a car with a title and some sort of bill of sale transfer form. You used to be able to take that to the scrap yard with the car and they cash you out. You know, weigh in, you dump the car, you weigh out, and you get paid. They don't do that anymore. They just don't do it. Sims, snitchers, none of them do that anymore. I don't know why. Some sort of new California law to screw over people that are trying to make some money. So, you know, it's hard to make money in California because they just keep, you know, nitpicking everything. And I don't know why they do that with the cars. It's like, wouldn't you rather be able to get these cars scrapped in instead of them just sitting there forever? Because now you have to have a dismantler license, which I don't have, to take these cars to the scrapyard. Or you rip them to pieces with your excavator, which is not worth it. Because all the plastic in the car and all the chemicals, the gas, the coolants, the oils, the whatever's, you know, then you have to deal with that crap. You know, and I live out in Alberta, and right across the road is Rio Linda. Now, if you look Rio Linda up, it's pretty much just all junkyards in people's backyards. It's ghetto. It's just redneck. I don't know what you want to really call it. It's just trash. It's like living in a junkyard over there, and it just sucks because you can't get these cars anymore. I used to get these cars with titles, take them right to the scrapyard. You know, take them right to the scrapyard and get money for them or whatever. Now I can't get anything for them. Now I don't even like to pick them up. So if I pick it up, it's got to be worth it. It's got to be something decent, or it's got to be something I can part out. Because even Pick and Pull doesn't even like to pay for these cars. You know, the last time I tried to see a price on a vehicle, it was like $160. Well, that's not worth it. You know, it's not worth it for me to go there and with gas, come back, fuel, whatever. It's just not worth it. So you have to charge to get these cars, and nobody wants to pay to get rid of a junk car when there's all these other guys that say, oh, I'll take your car for free, whatever. You know, because those guys either have a dismantler license or they have, like my friend over here, he works with a dismantler, so he's not on their dismantler license, but he gives them a cut. So he'll take the cars to the scrapyard, he'll scrap them. So he will take the car to the scrapyard, and then whatever he makes, he has to give the dismantler 10%. So if it's like $1,000, you know, he has to pay 10% of that, you know, or $2,600, whatever. It's just 10%, and that's a good deal for him. But you know, having a dismantler license here in California, it's hard. You gotta have, there's regulations. You have to have a property for it. You gotta have all kinds of different things to be able to be legit. And there's a lot of non-legit dismantlers out there. And you know, starting out, you need to be legit. Because if you're not, you're going to get closed down really quick and you're not going to last. So I'm going to go get these cars, and I'm praying to God that I can do something with them. One I know is a Mustang shell, and the other is some sort of SUV Mitsubishi. So maybe I can sell part of the car out or something. Man, I hate when you try to pass somebody, they're driving slow, and then they speed up. It's like, come on, dude. If you're gonna drive slow, get out of the dang way. You know, don't speed up when I'm trying to pass you, because you're driving like an old lady. Get out the road. See, these kind of roads here are the roads that I do not take my Big Tex trailer, because the back end has that dovetail, and right now it would be just getting ripped apart right now because it sits so low. So luckily I'm using the flatbed tilt deck, because geez, I would just be killing that Big Tex right now. Thing sits like 6 inches from the ground, way too low. Hey look, hamburgers. More dinner. What's up, food? Moo. Alright, got the one car on here. Gotta get the next one. And they filled it with tires. So there's a tire. And there's some oil in here probably. Oh, it's empty, thank God. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some trash. Bunch of cans and bottles, it looks like. Another tire. So at least I'll make some CRV money. Yeah, that's great. And then this one. I would have brought a bigger trailer if I'd known this one was going too. I want that water truck. Getting ready to demo some boats that I have. And this has been by far the best attachment yet to demo stuff. I've used buckets before, and the stuff just gets stuck in the bucket, and it's a pain in the butt to get out because you have to get it out of the machine or have somebody there to get the stuff out. And this, I can usually just kind of do this back on the inside the dump trailer or on whatever I'm doing, and the stuff just kind of rips off. But the bucket, you have to physically get out and get it out of the bucket, and you can't grab stuff that good with a bucket because there's no grabbing point here. Here, you know, you just have the bucket, so it's like you only have this much space to grab with. This, you have the whole entire thing. So this is just, to me, by far the best option. So first up is going to be this little boat here. I'm going to drag it up to the front, and then I'm going to pull the motors out of the other boats that I have, and then we'll get rid of this thing. Morning, everyone. So this morning it's cloudy and raining, and I'm going to see if that thing right there, the Isuzu, starts at all. See if picking it up was worth it or not. Now, from what I remember, these V6 motors are known for just failing. I don't know in what way, but I see a lot of people, at least I used to see a lot of people posting these on Craigslist and Marketplace. Needs motor, needs motor, needs motor. So let's see if this thing, I was told it needs a transmission, but see if this thing starts and runs at all. Check the oil on it. got oil. The jumper box to it. Hopefully this thing's got enough power to even start this thing. Alright, it's got, how many miles does this thing have? 161,000. See if she starts at all. Oh, my jumper box. Dang. If anybody's looking for like a car trailer, I would recommend this, because you could actually put 2 cars on this trailer if you don't really care about the car. But see, it's a flatbed, but it's a deck over, so it tilts for one. And you could also put a shed on this because it's 8 foot wide, so it's perfect for a bunch of different things. And this is a 26 foot deck all the way, but I always do gooseneck because you would have to make some sort of ramps if it was a bumper pull to be able to make the car go further up. That's why I like I always like the goosenecks, because you can jackknife them a little bit easier. This car's been totally stripped, so I'm just gonna go through and look for anything that I might be able to pull out that's metal. So I just pulled out that seat frame. There's like a pile of wiring here I'm just gonna yank out. There's some aluminum here, which you gotta smash this plastic up and take it, so I'll probably just do that. Make a little mess, but whatever. Wiring, throw that in the wire pile. This little chop saw's all beat up. Intake manifold, plastic. There was a aluminum intake manifold I threw out a minute ago, and then a brake rotor. Everything else can stay. About to see if this thing will run or not. See, on my truck, I had a kit for the power wire from Warren, and then I bought these China ones. And then I just bought some jumper cables, cut them in half, and I made the little ends here so I can have jumper cables. Come on, start. It runs. It actually runs pretty good, but there's no coolant in here, so maybe it's low. I'm gonna have to check that later. Add some water to it, make sure it doesn't overheat. But it sounds pretty good. It only goes in reverse. Drive doesn't work.